Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the cafe. I hope you are all doing very well this fine Thursday evening. And if not, well, I hope you're able to kick back and relax while we get to the bottom of whatever's gonna happen in this next case. So last time, we played through the first case, which is, essentially the tutorial case, so pretty open and shut. We got it done in, like, what, an hour and a half, not even? But from here on, I don't think it's gonna be that easy. Which is why I wanted to sort of space things out. So tonight, as I've probably already said, and, posted and, said everywhere. Anyway, you got this, I believe in you. Well, thanks, Nova. I believe in the heart of my attorney's badge. Turnabout Sisters, Day 1 Investigation. Well, last time we didn't even have investigation, so this is entirely different. As always, if the sound is too quiet or anything, please let me know, so I can fix that, so you're not either A, getting your ears blown out by whatever's happening, or you're barely able to hear it over the sound of me doing whatever I'm doing. Loading content. Hello? Hello, this is Maya. Hey Maya, it's me. Mia! What's up? You haven't called in a while. Sorry, I've been so busy. How have you been? Well, lonely, and it's all your fault. Nah, I'm just teasing. I've been great. I'm finally getting used to having my own place. That's good to hear. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask. I know. You want me to hold evidence for you? Sharp as always. There's a lot of buzz about this upcoming trial. I just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here. I gotcha. So what is it this time? It's a clock. A clock? Yeah, it's made to look like that statue, the Thinker, and it tells you the time. I thought you might like it. You always liked toys. Hey, I'm not a little girl anymore, sis. Now, you know I'm only teasing. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. I put some papers inside it instead. Papers? Is that evidence? Is that the evidence then? Well, there's a possibility it might turn out that way, yes. Can you come by the office tonight, say 9 o'clock, to pick it up? I'll be in a pre-trial meeting until then. Okay, sis, but I expect dinner. Something good. Like burgers! I could really go for a good burger. Welcome to Good Burger, home of the good burger. Okay. We'll hit the usual joint. Alright, it's a deal. Okay, sis, see you soon. Yep, I'll be waiting, Maya. Conversation recorded September 5th, 9:27 a.m. September 5th, 8:57 p.m. Fay & Co. Law Offices. Well, that doesn't sound nefarious or anything. Now, Miss Fay, I'll take what's mine. The papers. I'm sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have. Miss Fay, you are a poor liar. Why, I see it right over there. That must be the Thinker that swallowed those papers. How could you know? Ho ho. You are not cogniferous of my background? Gathering information is my business, you see. This person sounds like a pompous asshole. I should have been more careful. Ho ho. My dear Miss Fay, I am so very sorry. But I am afraid I must ask you for one more thing. Your eternal silence. Farewell, Miss Fay. I'm sorry, why? Wow, he does look like a pompous asshole. Red, white, blue. September 5th, 9:08 p.m. Fay & Co. Law Offices. The only thing we have is our badge. And our profile of boss. Uh-oh, I'm late. Huh, that's strange. Guess the chief left without me. She said her sister was coming over, so we should all go out for dinner. What's that smell? Blood? Mia? Maybe she's in her office. Okay, so this is where the investigation stuff comes in. It probably won't actually let me examine. It's probably not got much to say about this stuff anyway. Whoops. Nothing's coming up, so... Office. That smell. Blood. Sis. Someone's there. Chief? Chief? Chief! Who are you? Judging by that, passed out. The strange girl dropped out cold. I left her lying on the office sofa. I went back to the chief where she lay under the window. Her body was still warm. I could feel it when I held her shoulder. Then, all too quickly, it began to fade. Till finally she was cold. Goddamn! Chief. What is this slide? Oh, we just get to move to this side of the room. Chief. It's hard seeing her like this, but if there are any clues here... She was struck on the head with a blunt object. She probably died instantly. The thinker lying next to her must have been the murder weapon. I think I'm a very useful murder weapon. There's some glass shards near the chief's body. Must be pieces of the glass light stand lying broken in the back of the room. Glass shards added to the court record. Broken remains of a glass light stand. Broken beyond all recognition. Nothing else that seems like a clue here. A piece of paper. Must have fallen from Mia's hand. What could it be? A word is written in blood on this scrap of paper. Maya? Did Mia write this? This piece of paper is a receipt from a department store, dated yesterday. Receipt added to the court record. I think that's enough snooping around for now. I better call the police. Find out what that girl was doing here. encrusted with dried blood. Ironic that this became the murder weapon. Again. Painful to look, but I have to, for Mia's sake. Looks like she was hit in the head with a blunt weapon. She probably died instantly. Some shards of glass are scattered on the floor. They seem to be the remains of a glass light stand. Okay, looks like that's all we can see over here. The Fay & Co. ledger book. Everything was written in the chief's ultra-neat handwriting. It's a small office, but it makes a good bit of money. Right, I better call the police. Huh? That's funny. A few of the screws on the receiver are missing. Looks like someone was halfway through taking it apart. Police! Please come quick! What was that? Someone screaming from outside the window? Oh, girl? Alright, Princess Bubblegum? No, that feels like an insult to Princess Bubblegum. She's staring right at me. She's holding a phone in her hand. Before I was so rudely interrupted. Hello, hello, welcome on in. Welcome to the cafe. Feel free to kick back, relax. I am your hostess barista. Oh my god, the real Franziska von Karma? We're not at your game yet, though. But anyway, I appreciate you stopping in. Doing a quick little stretch here. Shrimp does not go well with coffee or murder investigations. I hope you're doing well this evening. This is only our second stream playing this. The first one we finished the first case, and now we're starting Turnabout Sisters. We just came across the crime scene, and now there's some pink lady screaming on the other side of the street. And I'm investigating every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Or at least all the suspicious-looking nooks and crannies that the game says are so. All the chief's important documents are packed in here. This is where she filed her case records and recent rulings. Surprisingly, the chief was never good with machines. About all she used this PC for was email. She picked up this ancient model at some garage sale for practically nothing. I mean, if it works, it works. Is that Charlie on the floor? I hope not. Phone receiver is missing a few screws. I'd better not use it. Well, what does that mean? Does that mean I should go find someone else? Not someone else, but another phone. Phoenix, do you not have a phone? I mean, he probably doesn't. He doesn't look like the kind of person who would have a phone, honestly. We probably gotta go back out here to the lobby. Huh? That girl just now. Where'd she go? Where did she go? I put her right there on that sofa. Uh-oh. I hope she didn't run on me. Yipes! The fuck kind of exclamation is that, Phoenix? Yipes, he says. Don't scare me like that. Excuse me, but who are you? She's sad. That's who she is. I assume, based on context clues that we have, that Phoenix might not have completely put together. This is Mia's sister. Yes, words. It's okay. I work here. Maya. Maya Fay. Maya Fay? Maya? So Mia was writing this girl's name. Maybe I should show her the receipt? Never thought there'd be a use for evidence like this outside the courtroom. What happened? She seems to be in shock. I don't want to disturb her, but I have to know. Excuse me. Can you tell me what happened? I came in. The room was dark. And sis... So she was already dead. So you're the chief's sister. I'm her younger sister. And you were here visiting? This late at night? Bro, it is only 9 o'clock. Yes, she said she wanted me to keep some evidence for her. Evidence? Yes, it was that clock. It was the thinker. Oh boy. Wrong button. Okay, so Phoenix wanted to show her the receipt. Before Mia died, she wrote a message with her own blood. She probably didn't. Like, there is never a thing where the victim actually writes out their killer or anybody's name in blood. No. I call shenanigans. Like, I know we just started, but I'm calling the shenanigans. I'm calling them right now. Anyway, she wrote it on the back of this receipt. That's my name! Why? Why would she write my name? Please, just calm down. Phoenix! Shut up! Why would sis write my name? Uh-oh. Now I've done it. Yeah, you have. The police! Sounds like they're coming this way. Yeah, probably something to do with that, bubblegum lady. Freeze, police! There he is! My favorite beloved detective. I want to hug him. I don't have arm control, so you can't see it, but I'm holding my arms out to hug at him. Fuck, what kind of voice would Gumshoe have? I do too, but that's it. Fair. Alright, I'm Detective Dick Gumshoe, see? Gumshoe? What an odd name. Yeah, I mean, he's just Detective. Because both Dick and Gumshoe are, various slang nicknames for, you know, detectives. We received a report from the building across the way, see? Got a person saying they saw a murder. Must have been that woman I saw. Telephone a la police. Anyway, I don't want either of you moving 1 inch, okay? Great. Just great. Maya, wait, she wouldn't have... Nah. Whoa! Excuse me. Ah! This word Maya here mean anything to you? That's my name. What? The victim drew this here note in her own blood, see? Sir, you missed that conversation. With her dying breath, she wrote down the killer's name. Killer? I'm not... Case closed. You're coming down to the precinct, ma'am. What? Mia's younger sister Maya was arrested on the spot. Thus began a long-standing tradition. I was taken in for questioning and didn't get out until the next morning. My eyes were heavy, but I couldn't sleep. I sat around waiting for visiting hours to begin at the detention center. I had to talk to Maya as soon as possible. September 6th, 9:07 a.m. Detention Center, Visitors Room. Wow, they have poor Maya locked up like a criminal. Oh. Rather. Oh, it's you, the lawyer. Good morning. Good morning. She looks so tired. Are you going to be my attorney? Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. It's up to you. Of course I will. Sorry, not a chance. I mean, she's Mia's sister. But at the same time, since Mia was a lawyer, maybe she knows other lawyer people that she would rather have do it. I mean, the case that we just did was our first murder case, so... It's up to you. Better give it to her straight. It's up to you. Up to me? Yes. I don't think this is something I should decide. After all, you're the one in trouble here. They're never going to believe me, are they? Even you, when you found me in the office, you looked at me like I had done it. Did I look at her like that? No, I never thought. It's okay, I understand. And I've also heard about you. Heard? Heard what about me? I was talking to my sister on the phone the other day. Today was my junior partner's first time in court. Wow, really? How'd that go? It was quite the scene. Honestly, I was on edge the whole time. It's been a while. Ha! So he crashed and burned? Wow. So, she didn't even know us, and she just had so little faith in us. He's a genius. One of those strike fear into the hearts of evil type. The only thing he's lacking is experience. Huh. Sounds like it was fun. Well, I know who to go to if I ever get into trouble now. I mean, I guess that's a good thing. I don't know, Maya. Oh. I think you might want to wait. Give him 3 more years. That is, unless you want to be found guilty. Wow! Thanks, Chief. That's what she said. Me too, Phoenix. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult you. I mean, technically you didn't. If anything, you were very supportive of me. It's Mia over here just giving me the business and the shade. No, it's okay. It's true, I guess. But at the same time, I can't just sit by and watch. When I think of the person who did this to Mia, I know. Okay, so I want to try something. Look at this badge. Excuse me. Sorry, I've never seen that before. Oh. I wanted to ask you about the murder weapon. Poor sis. Better not ask her about this now. This was lying next to the chief's body. I saw that too. They said they thought these were pieces of a broken light stand. Yeah, that seems about right. Though I'd never heard of a glass light stand before this. Remember that receipt? You mean the one with my name on it? Any idea why she... I have an idea, she didn't. Absolutely none. Do you trust me? I trust you. Why? Don't you think I did it too? No, I don't. It's just a hunch, but... That detective thinks I did it. Okay. Well, let's actually talk to the girl. There's something I've been wanting to ask you. Yes? What's with that outfit? Oh, this? This is what all acolytes wear. It's my uniform, you could say. Acolytes? Like people in religious training? What is it you do? Oh, it's nothing strange, really. I'm a spirit medium. In training. Yeah, that... What the hell? Sure. A spirit medium? Pretty sure that qualifies as strange. Yeah, well, you know what else qualifies as strange? You with your pointy-ass haircut. Like, how you even get your hair looking like that, porcupine head? Did you tell me about the day of the murder? Yes! Let's see. That morning, I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. Evidence? Yes! That clock shaped like the Thinker. The one Larry made. How could that have been evidence in a case? Right. She said something about that. I remember. Do you want to hear it in her own voice? Her own voice? Yes. I'm pretty sure our conversation is on my cell phone. You recorded it. Yeah. I forgot how to delete those things. So you say you have a conversation with your sister on your cell phone? Let's hear it. Right. Oh. I just remembered that detective took my cell phone. Sorry. Oh, right. Of course. Next time I see Detective Gumshoe, I'll ask him for it. I'll write you a note so you don't forget, okay? Sure. Thanks. Maya's memo. A conversation I had with my sister is recorded on my cell phone. Tell me more about spirit mediums. Considering I use tarot cards, I can't judge her. I mean, both of those are perfectly fine. So you're an acolyte. A, medium in training. That's right. The Fae family, especially the women, have always been very sensitive to the spirit world. Wait a second. You said the Fae family? So Mia was into this stuff too? Of course! She left the mountain to follow her career, she said. Her powers were first class, too. I had no idea. Wait. What? You're a real, honest-to-goodness spirit medium with ESP and all that? Yes. In training. Well, can't you contact Mia's spirit then? We could just ask her who killed her. I'm sorry. I'm still in training. I couldn't do something on that level. I thought that would be too easy. Huh? Something the matter? I was wondering, could I ask you a favor? This is the address of a famous lawyer. My sister gave me this a long time ago. She said if I was ever in trouble, I should call him. And, well, I'm in trouble. Do you think you could go ask him to represent me? Well, yeah. Sure, why not? I'll go ask. Thank you so much. I have no one else to turn to. Say, what about your parents? I see. Don't worry, leave it to me. Thank you. The trial's tomorrow at 10. What? Tomorrow? Tomorrow. What if this guy refuses? They told me that if I don't find one, the state will pick an attorney to defend me. When will that happen? They're giving me until 4 this afternoon. Visiting hours are almost up. I better hurry. Right. I'll be back. The day of the crime still isn't checked off, so let's hit that again. Tell me about the day of the murder. Sorry, I know it must be hard. No, it's okay. All I've been doing the last few hours is talking about it. I've kind of gotten used to it. Well, that's a very unfortunate sentence. Yeah, I'm used to talking about the way I found my sister's brutally murdered body. Let's see. That morning I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. That's the thinker clock that Larry made. It practically qualifies as a serial murder by now. I think it needs one more. Then it counts. So then, when did you arrive at the office? It was right around 9 o'clock. The lights were off and I could smell blood. Then I found her, my sister. Thanks, Maya. That's all I need to hear for now. Okay. Roseburg Law Offices. That's probably where the... Well, maybe I didn't want to go here just yet. According to the receptionist, the big boss is out. She couldn't say when he'd be back. Must be hard to keep track of everything when you're a famous lawyer. Not to mention run an office like this. I guess I'll just have to come back later. Ah, okay. Let's see if we can snoop around a little bit. A solid mahogany desk. Mahogany! The wood's been polished to a deep luster. Expensive-looking mahogany. Bookshelves filled with expensive-looking books. Funny. They don't look like they've ever been read. Yeah, the spines are probably completely unbroken and everything. A table for clients. An elegant ebony case, and if I'm not mistaken, that lighter's made of solid gold. Even I can tell someone here's got money to burn. An expensive potted plant. No idea what kind of plant it is, but it's probably the most expensive one available. Okay, the elephant in the room. That painting has been bugging me ever since I stepped in here. The oil paint is so thick it's practically giving me a stuffed nose. I'm sure the price is nothing to sneeze at either, for that matter. Okay. Looks like that's all for now. Back to the office we go. September 6th, Fay & Co. Law Offices. The office is filled with police officers. Sir, how am I supposed to work if I can't even get to my desk? Because there's cops. They're all busily searching for clues. That's probably Gumshoe if I had to guess. Hey, you there! This is a crime scene, pal. No trespassing. Sorry, don't I know you from somewhere? Yeah, you brought me in for 12 hours of police interrogation last night. You know, NBD. Wait, you're that Butts guy, right? Aren't you? No. Phoenix Wright. How could anyone mistake me for Larry? I don't know, Phoenix. I mean, you were his lawyer, so the association is there. Maybe he didn't read about, the results of the trial. So you are not the innocent Butts that you found. I guess I got the wrong name, Mr. Wright. Sorry about that. That Butts guy, he was a killer, and you're no killer, right? He was proven innocent. Right. And you were Detective Gumtree, Detective Suede Shoes, or Detective Gumshoe. Detective Suede Shoes. Suede Shoes, wasn't it? That's me. Don't step on my blue suede shoes. Wait, that's a song, pal. My name's Dick Gumshoe. Wait, that's Detective Gumshoe to you, pal. Anyway, get the name right. And don't go calling me Dick. Hey, Dick, get over here. Yes, sir. Be right there. You're her lawyer, right, pal? You got business here. You better do it quick. Whew, he thinks I'm Maya's lawyer. Yeah, you want to know how I'm her lawyer? Look at this badge. What's that? Sorry, pal, but I got no info for the likes of you. Oh. I was wondering, do you know anything about this? That statue? That's the murder weapon. Huh? He thinks the clock is just a statue, too. I'm starting to wish I'd never seen this thing. There was broken glass at the crime scene, right? Oh, that? Seems like a glass stand next to the victim fell over. Glass shards with pieces of the broken stand. There was a piece of paper next to the victim, wasn't there? Yeah, the one with the killer's name written on it. Are you sure that Mia wrote it herself? Yeah, ask him the real questions, Phoenix. Given the condition of the writing, it's hard to say if it's her handwriting or not. So there's no proof that Mia wrote it. Well, maybe we don't need to reveal our hand just yet on that one. What you got to say to me, buddy? Mia. About Miss Faye. Did you do an autopsy? You want to know the results, eh? Now don't you look at me like that, pal. It's no use. She might have been your boss, but that doesn't mean you get any special treatment. Alright, you can see the report, but that's all. Autopsy report added to the court record. It gave me the info, and I totally did not read it. Time of death, September 5th at 9 p.m. Cause single blunt force trauma. Death was instantaneous. Alrighty then. Tell me about Maya. About Maya. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the trial. Sorry, pal, but this is one trial you aren't gonna win. Why do you say that? City's put Prosecutor Edgeworth on the prosecution. Edgeworth? I'm sure you know what that means, you being a lawyer and all. Edgeworth. Prosecutor Edgeworth. That's right, pal. Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. Wait, you do know him, don't you? Yeah, I'm familiar with him. I know him. He's a feared prosecutor. He doesn't feel pain. He doesn't feel remorse. He won't stop until he gets his guilty verdict. Aw, don't talk about him that way. You make him barely sound human. Still, I'm afraid this pretty much decides the case. So Edgeworth is on this one. He hasn't lost a case since he became prosecutor at the incredibly young age of 20. Of course, there are rumors of back alley deals and forged evidence. All I know for sure is that Edgeworth hates crime with an almost abnormal passion. Never imagined I'd be facing him so soon. Maybe we can show him the thing now. I was wondering, did you see Maya Faye's cell phone? Oh, that? I have that. Do you think you could give it back? Sure. I mean, wait a second, pal. Tricky lawyer. No, Tricky's a bartender. Uh-oh, he's on to me. Tell him straight, tell him not so straight. I mean, it's Pride Month. Okay, I can't be straight with this guy. What should I tell him? Something the matter? Oh, no, that carrying strap on the cell phone. This? It says the Steel Samurai, warrior of Neo Old Tokyo. The Steel Samurai. That action hero on TV? Yeah, you see, that strap is a collector's item. She was worried it might get lost if it went down to the precinct. That what she said? Yes. Okay, pal. I wrote down all the numbers she called anyway. Here you go. Seems he didn't notice the recorded conversation. Maya's cell phone received from Detective Gumshoe. Check the court record to hear the recorded conversation. Guess I've asked all the questions I need to. You all done, pal? Yes, thank you. I'll be heading out now. Oh, wait! One more thing I wanted to mention to you. Don't suppose you're planning on talking to that witness. Anyway, you better not. No influence in the witness with your loyally ways, pal. Oh yeah, the bubblegum lady. Come to think of it, I'd completely forgotten about her. How could you? She's bright pink! The witness? Yeah, Miss April May. I'm sorry about this, but I can't tell you anything about her. Well, you just told me her name. Miss May, huh? So you've sent her home already, then? Aha, you're trying your loyally tricks on me now. She's not to go outside her room until the trial. So she's still in the hotel across the way. I guess I should know better than to try to get a detective to leak information. You got that right, pal. Time to pay a visit to Miss May. Look at this phone. Seems he didn't notice the recorded conversation. Can I look around now? Mia's desk, perfectly clean, as always. The only thing it's missing is Mia. There's a horrendous amount of legal books here. Scarier still is that Mia probably read all of these. An old movie poster. Apparently, this was the first movie that made Mia cry when she saw it. I'll have to check it out one of these days. Sky is blue, and so am I. There's that hotel right across the way. Mia's favorite potted plant. I remember it had this bizarre name no one could ever remember. Cordyline stricta, pal! Who was that? I mean... the verbal tick of pal gives it away, I think. Okay, so I guess we're gonna go see, Princess Bubblegum. September 6th, Gatewater Hotel, room 303. Something looks off about her, and I can't quite place it. There's just something weird about her face. I think it's the eyebrows or like the lack thereof or their positioning or something. It just looks incorrect. I don't know. Well, hello there, handsome. Hi. Smooth, right? Real smooth. You're the lawyer, aren't you? The detective told me. He said, don't say nothing to that lawyer, pal. Tee. Memo to self. Thank Detective Gumshoe for making my job harder. Gee, this is all like something out of a movie. It's all so exciting, I can hardly contain myself. Ooh, let me go freshen up so I can look the part of the beautiful eyewitness. I pity the lawyer that has to cross-examine this one. I wonder who that will be. Well, while she's powdering her nose or whatever the fuck, let's snoop. Well, first let's... Actually, no, let's not look at the obvious. The late summer sunlight streams through the window. There's the Fay & Co. Law Offices building, of course. You can see the inside of the room pretty clearly from here. I think it would be a little difficult to recognize a face from this distance, though. A bottle and 2 glasses are on the table. Somebody must be staying with her. A simple bed. It's been recently made. Nothing eye-catching here. Ah, a still scene painting. Wait, should that be still life? Whatever. One of those is hanging on the wall. Nice, Phoenix. The flowers are fake, as expected. I know sunflowers and tulips, but that's about the extent of my floral knowledge. Alright, the obvious thing. There's a screwdriver stuck in this drawer. I wonder what's inside. Let's take a look. Hey! Hey! Oh, whoa. What are you doing? No touching. Yeah, there's just something about this whole area of her that I'm just not a fan of. I'm vaguely unsettled. Ooh, bad boy. You really shouldn't pry around in other people's rooms now. See, it looks more normal now that she's not like crazy eyeing at me, but it still looks weird. You wouldn't want to make me upset, would you? Upset? I thought she was going to explode for a second there. Wonder what could be inside the drawer. Hi? Do you think you could tell me something? I need you to describe what you observed at the time of the incident. Ooh, observe. Incident. You sound just like a lawyer in the movies. I like a man with a big vocabulary. Better not encourage her. You know that thing that happened the other day? The bad thing? What did you see when it happened? I don't suppose you could tell me about it? Pretty please? Let me see. Well, dream on. If you want to know, you'll just have to come to court tomorrow, Mr. Lawyer. Oh boy. You know what? I don't want to hang out here anymore. I feel like I'm not gonna get anything from her. Let's just go back and see if the other lawyer's back. You have a theory. Seems like Mr. Grossberg is out. Maybe I should just wait here for him to come back. If that wasn't the most over-the-top clearing of the throat I've ever heard.
Aha, so you're the one they say has been looking for me? Yes.
Yes, that's me. He looks even grander than I imagined.
That badge on your collar. Ah, so you're a lawyer, are you now?
Yes. Well, yes.
And what do you want? I'm not particularly busy these days. Please proceed.
Not busy? And how come no one could get in touch with you?
Something the matter? You came to see the one and only Marvin Grossberg, did you not? Well, here I am, boy. What do you want? Out with it.
Well, sir, actually, it's about Maya. Maya Fey.
Ah, yes, Maya Fey. Go on.
Why the strange reaction?
Cha-cha. I'm really quite busy here, son. I can't go taking cases on a day's notice. No, it's quite impossible.
Wait a second. How'd you know the trial was tomorrow?
Anyway, I'm afraid it's entirely impossible for me to represent her. Sorry, end of discussion.
What's going on? He refused me before I even got a chance to ask him. What do I tell Maya? Alright, what's up, buddy? How can you just refuse like that? Please, tell me why you won't take the case.
Well, you see, it's just... I'm busy, you see.
But the client is Mia Fey's sister. Mia trusted you. She knew her sister would be in good hands.
Yes, of course I know that. However, I'm sorry, but I must refuse.
Creep. Fine. I don't have time to argue with you anyway. I'll go look elsewhere.
Think not.
Huh? Did you say something?
I think not, I said.
What do you mean?
I'm terribly, terribly sorry. But I'm afraid that no lawyer worth their salt will take on this particular case. Terribly sorry, my boy.
Why?
I cannot say. I beg your pardon, but could you leave now? I've nothing more to discuss with you.
What's going on here? Cowards, the lot of them. Yeah. How did you know Mia Fey?
She worked here a long time ago. Quite the apprentice, that one. Learned my techniques in the blink of an eye. She left one day quite suddenly. She had a mission, you see.
A mission?
You could see it in her eyes. She followed it with a burning passion.
Okay. So what's up with the poncho cowboy on the back of there? Well, he's not a poncho cowboy. He's just a guy with a hat. That's quite a painting.
Aha, you noticed.
Kinda hard not to, but okay.
It's my pride and joy. Impressive, isn't it? The color of the sky, the hue of the sea, the weave of the straw hat. It's worth at least 3 million. I have no intention of parting with it, of course. No, I won't sell it, not even to you.
I wasn't interested.
It's all for sale.
I'm not buying! Jeez! Well, if he won't take the case, he probably won't even look at any of the fucking evidence that I have. But at least we can try. Oh, look at this badge.
Very sorry, but I've got nothing to say regarding this matter.
Alright, fine. Well, if he has nothing to say about my badge, I have nothing to say to him. Well, he said no quite definitively, so let's go back to Maya. She already looks upset. September 6th, 3:42 p.m. Detention Center, Visitors Room. Hiya. Hiya, Maya. Oh, you're back. Did you find the lawyer? Well, see, just be honest. I really don't think you should use that guy. He didn't seem healthy. He was all skin and bones. What really happened? You don't mean he refused to help? I see. I've been abandoned then. Oh, Maya! What about your family? I only had my sister. My father died when I was very young, and I don't know where my mother is. Don't know? So she could still be alive? The women in my family have been mediums for generations. They say a lot of spiritual power runs in our blood. A lot of spiritual energy, huh? About 15 years ago, our family was involved in an incident. There was a man, and he ruined our mother's life. Ruined? After that, she disappeared. Several years after that, my sister announced she would become a lawyer, and she left the mountain. So you live by yourself? Yes, I've gotten used to it. Oh, also, I had to become independent or I would lose my powers. I feel bad for her all by herself on that mountain. That reminds me, how old is she? Yeah, she's only 17! Girl! Something about being on your own up on that mountain. Your mother's enemy. So who was this man who, ruined your mother? About 15 years ago, there was an unusual murder case. It made quite a stir. Everyone was talking about it, apparently. The police were running out of leads, and they were getting desperate. Wait, they didn't use a spirit medium, did they? The police convinced my mother to try to contact the victim. Wow. So what happened? The case was solved. We thought. You thought? The man my mother helped the police capture was innocent. The police's consultation had all been carried out in secret, of course. But a man found out about it and leaked it to the press. He told all the papers that my mother was a fraud, and the media jumped on it big time. My mother, became the laughingstock of the nation. I see. White. Excuse me? White? That was his name. My sister told me. White? Just a little longer now before the state-appointed lawyer comes, I guess. "4 p.m. Time's up. What should I do? Do I just leave her and go home? No. I've made up my mind. I'm going to defend you whether you want me to or not." Why? Why? Well, obviously somebody else is the culprit, but I can't abandon you. No one is as sad as a person without any friends. I know. I've been there. A long time ago. Oh, Feeny! Why did I become a lawyer in the first place? Because someone has to look out for the people who have no one on their side. Maya, I won't abandon you. You can count on me. That's so kind of you. Well, let's fight this one and get you out of here. Right. Thank you. Whew, she smiled at last. She looks like an entirely different person. One last question. You are innocent, right? Yes. And I trust you. So you trust me too, okay? It's a deal. So what next? There's something that's been bugging me. Just what was inside that strange woman's drawer? It's when I tried to look into the drawer that she got all defensive. There has to be something in there. That's probably our cue to go back there. But I want to see, before I do that, Hey, I got your cell phone back. Oh, say, can I listen to my sister's voice? Maya's eyes closed. She listened to every word with such intensity. Before long, tears began to roll down her cheeks. Thank you. Oh. We'll get you out of here, Maya. Oh, hello, bellhop. Good afternoon, sir. Excuse me, you are? Ah, I beg your pardon, sir. I am the bellboy of this establishment, at your service, sir. If Desk is here, maybe he should have Bartholomew keep an eye on this guy to see what to do or what not to do. This is Bartholomew's training video. Just this one interaction with this guy. Oh, right. I've just come up to deliver room service, sir. Do you know where Miss May might be? I believe our guest Miss May is currently using the, facilities? If you've no need of anything, I'll be taking my leave. Please stay as long as you like. Enjoy. Yeah. Wait, no, hey! Sir? Sir? I'm not sure I care for your implication. Why does it seem like every time I come here, I end up embarrassing myself? Wait, now's my chance to snoop around a bit. Ah, I almost forgot. Yeah! You came back quick. Might I ask you to inform Miss May that there is a message for her? Please tell her that Mr. White of Blue Corp phoned. Oh, right, sure. Mr. White of Blue Corp? Where have I heard that name before? White. That was his name. My sister told me. White was the name of the guy who ruined Mia and Maya's mother. Could it be a coincidence? There's a screwdriver sticking out of that half-open drawer. Now's my chance to be a big shot. I mean, my chance to see what's inside. What do we have here? A wiretap? What would a woman like her be doing with a thing like this? Wiretap added to the court record. Wiretap found in Miss May's hotel room. There is definitely something suspicious about this Miss May. Why would she have something like this in her hotel room? There's a story behind all this. I know it. Alright. I'll be using this bit of evidence in tomorrow's trial, that's for sure. For Maya's sake. I'll get to this woman's bottom. I mean... You know what I mean. Oh, bellboy. Still there? Uh-oh. Time to scram. I look forward to tangoing with you tomorrow, Miss May. In court. To be continued. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just take a quick little break here. And in a moment, we will be back. And we will start the trial. And we're back. It's time to jump right into this. Helps if I actually tab right back into the correct window. Turnabout Sisters, Day 2, Trial. Oh. You already saved. September 7th, 10 a.m. District Court, Courtroom number 1.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey.
Hello. You look like Thanatos from Hades. If I was even remotely good at impersonations of that nature, that's probably the voice I would give him. But it's also been long enough that I don't exactly remember what Than's voice sounds like. So, Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Am I gonna end up giving him, like, the same vaguely generic British voice that I've also given to Liam? I'm not necessarily complaining, I'm just asking myself a question out loud. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I'd better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. Like, sexually?
Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement.
Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder. And we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor.
I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then.
If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession for the court. Sir, my name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. Body was found by this window here. The cause of death? Oh, and the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. Murder weapon was a statue of the thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hands, sir. Well, that's sexist.
The court accepts the statue as evidence.
They're still calling it a statue. Yeah, because that's all they know it as. And Mia said herself she took the clockwork out. So it isn't even a clock anymore. I mean, not that they would know that, but like, I don't know. Floor plans added to the court record. Now, detective. Yes, sir. You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Ain't nothing but a heartache. Ain't nothing but a mistake. I never want to hear you say, I want it that way. Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir.
Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence.
Oh, what's that, Judge? You want to hear about Dick's hard evidence? Is that what we're going with? Extra, extra. Read all about it. Judge wants to hear about Dick's hard evidence. God damn it, barista. What? I want to know about Dick's hard evidence, too. Listen, the other night it was innocent butts. This time it's Dick's hard evidence. I'm writing this down. For posterity's sake, I am writing it down. Let me get the music playing first. This is just awkward. Maya Faye's arrest. I have that saved now. It's in my... Is that a euphemism? Yes! It is a euphemism. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Faye, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Faye. Why? We had a witness account describing her. Witness saw Miss Maya Faye at the very moment of the murder. Fucking finally, for once, something is a euphemism. Yes. Dick's hard evidence is a euphemism for... Well... You know.
The very moment, you say. Very well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Whoosh. Smack! Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. Oh, great, so we gotta do it like I do when I play Balatro and just keep going until I fake it till I make it. Witness always slips up and says something wrong. Worked lots of times. Heh, I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try.
Something the matter?
No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. As soon? Hold it! Who did you say you got a call from? Hey, pal, don't play dumb. You know who. Call was from a customer at the Gatewater Hotel, right across from the crime scene. Okay, I pressed. Not sure it did much, though. Right, please continue. There were 2 people there already. I mean, I feel like all we're gonna get if I press this is something silly. He'll be like, you know who was there, pal? It was you! It's you! I'm gonna do it anyway. Detective Gumshoe, how long would you say it took between you receiving the call and your arrival at the scene of the crime? That's actually a good question. Right. I'd say it was about 3 minutes. That's pretty fast. Our motto this month is quick response. That's how I got there before the killer got away. Indeed. So tell us who the 2 people you found on the scene were. Yes, sir. The defendant, Miss Maya Faye, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Who's this lawyer guy? He sounds like a real asshole. Are you absolutely sure it was us? Listen, pal, your dumb act will only get you so far. With her funky hippie clothes and your spiky hair, you 2 stand out like suspicious people at a crime scene. Well, he does have a point about her. She is pretty unmistakable. I should pick my points to press with a little more care. No, that was funny. That was funny, Phoenix. You literally got all up in his grill and asked him, how do you know it was me? You have no proof. Other than the fact that it totally was me and I was there. immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why is that? What's your reason? Why, we had a witness account describing her. Hold on just 1 second. Damn barista. What? What'd I do? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence. Yeah, Dick's hard evidence. Huh? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it.
You did say it.
You said it. Exactly what about this suspicious woman in pink's claim was hard evidence? What? Hey, chat. Do you think the hard evidence was, what Gumshoe, got when he was talking with Princess Bubblegum over there? I could see that being the case. What? Miss May isn't suspicious and she sure isn't pink, pal. I don't know. Well, I guess she is pink.
That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective?
I guess pressing can have its advantages. Yes. Gah! Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor.
Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again.
Hard evidence. Yeah! Tell me about your hard evidence. Give me Dick's hard evidence. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found the memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. The lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How you like that? That's my hard evidence. You just slapped your hard evidence right out in front of everybody? In front of the judge? In front of Edgeworth?
Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective.
Your Honor?
Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time?
I know. I'm real embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir.
Try to be more careful.
I hope at this point somebody clips some of this stuff or makes a compilation of this hard evidence. Oh, don't worry. I'll put the VOD on YouTube, and I'll probably just call it dealing with Dick's hard evidence or something like that.
Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination.
Yes, we must cross-examine Dick's hard evidence. This hard evidence is so good, I go cross-eyed. That's what they really mean by cross-examine. Cross your eyes to examine Dick's hard evidence. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene, found a memo. Maya written in blood. Victim's blood on her finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Something does not seem right about that to me. Time of death, September 5th at 9 p.m. Caused single blunt force trauma. Death was instantaneous. Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey. That's really what you're saying. What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? Literally anybody? You have it backwards, Detective. But backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, Detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. Damn, Phoenix, we just dealt a crushing blow to Dick's hard evidence. But... no but-ing your way out of this one, detective.
Order, order! The defense has a point.
Yeah, see, I'm doing it right now. I'm pointing my finger and everything.
Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had time to write anything down.
You know, upon hearing that, I feel a bit more confident in the British-sounding voice, honestly.
Objection, he says. Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report?
When? Day of the murder, the day after the murder. I forgot. The day after the murder. When we went back to the office and talked to Gumshoe. It was the day after the murder.
Prosecution's point being?
I can't say I want to examine Dick's hard evidence, but I wouldn't mind cross-examining Edgeworth's hard evidences. I mean... technically, the hard evidence is part of the prosecution's case, so even though we keep saying it's Dick's hard evidence, it really is Edgeworth's hard evidence. So, do with that what you will. Miles is hard evidence. Miles of hard evidence! Goddamn, how did you read that? I have my ways. Also, if I'm being honest, a part of it has to do with silly fanfic stuff I wrote when I was in high school, where I was being extra silly and typed everything all out like that, like in one word, with no spaces, to simulate the experience of being very hopped up on caffeine, sugar, or both. So, there's that. But it's kind of like my ability to read things somewhat decently upside down. But that was because my brother was a dick and would always hold stuff upside down when I was looking at it.
That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, what? What?
A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object.
Okay.
But there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning.
No way!
Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya.
You know what? Maybe we're just looking at this all wrong. Maybe she's not referring to Maya, her sister. Maybe she's referring to Maya, the song by Baby Metal. That is all. Alright, I can't use that writing technique with you, I got it. I mean, you can, it's not like I'll get it instantaneously. It'll just take me a minute.
I see. Damn you, Edgeworth!
Phoenix just said the D word right in front of God and everybody and my Minecraft server. Right in front of my Christian Minecraft server. Also, for those curious, I put the song that I just talked about in the chat. Maybe if I'm smart, I'll remember to put it in the VOD description. anyway. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve.
Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked.
Yeah, it's the Christian Minecraft server that totally doesn't get exposed to Monster Prom every Tuesday. That Christian Minecraft server. Well, yeah, we go to confession afterwards, so it's fine. It works out. Something you want to say? You're a sham, Edgeworth. The detective's a sham. I'm a sham. If I knew I could, like, immediately go back and pick one, I would sit here and go through all of these because these are all hilarious. And oh, wait, no. Wait. Bold talk for somebody in quick save distance. You're a sham, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth, I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. What reason could you possibly have had to request a second autopsy report?
Mr. Wright, the defense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution.
No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, say what you will, the evidence in this report is undeniable.
Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence.
Autopsy report updated in the court record. Alright, let's reload. I'm a sham! Detective Gumshoe, was I a fool to trust you and your report? I mean, y'all do... I'm not going anywhere near that stuff. Fair enough. Huh? Detective Gumshoe? I'm disappointed in you handing him the wrong report like that. I'm sorry, sir. You are at fault, Detective. This isn't going to look good on your evaluation next month. What? But... Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood, the court accepts it into evidence. Blah, blah, blah. The detective's a sham! Detective Gumshoe, you're a sham! How could you give me a faulty report? Huh? I thought... Detective Gumshoe? I'm disappointed in you handing him the wrong report like that. You know, I didn't think I'd simp for any guy in this game, but here we are. Yeah, Edgeworth has that effect on people. I'm sorry, sir. You are at fault, Detective. This isn't going to look good on your evaluation next month. What? But... Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. Evidence, blah, blah, blah. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying her killer. Yeah, it suggests it, but it doesn't say it outright. It doesn't say it overtly or anything.
I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes.
What the fuck you bowing for? Darn, this isn't good.
Prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand.
Also, you're sitting here telling me you're not gonna simp for the judge? Look at him! His bald head and his beard. And his generic old man voice that I've given him. Exactly what part of her is innocent? Why is she standing there like she's a fucking cat girl? Like she's got her hands all curled up like, nya. Barista. Yes, Nova. Witness your name, please. April May, at your service. Wink. IDK, it's weird though. It happens. The simp beam knows no bounds.
Order. An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking.
Aww. Yes, Your Honor. This is not good. I'm already still trying to process shit. I am not simping for an old man. Alright, fine. You know what? I will simply leave that to the people who ship him and another old guy who shows up in a later case. Talk about your real, toxic old man, Yowie. When we get there. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. Except Edgeworth, by the looks of it. Tell us. Why do I have the hiccups yet again? Where were you on the night of September 5th, when the murder occurred? Oh god, this game is something else. It's really not. I'm just making it out to be a bit more dramatic than it is. But, like, I have seen some of the art that people have drawn of the other guy. We'll get there. Gee, I was, like, in my hotel room. It's not a barista streams without the hiccups and this! Almost 2 hours into the stream and I knew something was missing. I checked in right after lunch. Holy shit, I timed that perfectly. Yes. Yes, you did. And this hotel is directly across from the Fay and Company law offices. That's right, big boy. Please testify to the court about what you saw. Witness's account. It was like 9 o'clock at night. I looked out the window, you know? And then, ooh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kinda slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy. Wink. Well, Your Honor. I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see the need to trouble the witness any— Wait, Your Honor! Yes, Mr. Wright? What about my cross-examination? Oh, I thought the witness's testimony was— just now was quite firm, didn't you? Listen, we got Dick's hard evidence, now we got, April May's firm testimony? You're more interested in her firm testimony, Judge. Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Fey's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. A cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey, how dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Yes, I'm doing it. I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. Only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. Like 9 p.m. Out the window. Saw him with hair being attacked. How do you know it was my client? Huh? Well, gee. First of all, she had a girl's physique. And secondly, she was small. Who else could it be but her? She has a point. But I question your testimony. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks. What? Miss May, I'm willing to bet that you're lying. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant?
Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this?
Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me, because I'm clueless. About this, I mean. Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. Again, not a fan of this face. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus. But...
Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder.
Yeah, she was. She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. And ask anybody who saw her down at the precinct. She's probably still wearing that same outfit. What do you say to that, Miss May? What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. And what you saw was nothing. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling.
Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl. I promise. Wink.
Your testimony again, if you would.
Damn, I almost had her. Witness's account. I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock, that kind of statue-y clock, the thinker, I think. Also, glug, 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 glug. Thank you very much for the hydrate, Maddie. Thank you for popping in. Always a pleasure to see you. I hope you're doing well this evening. How's everything going with the move? Oh, ouch. Taking a gratuitous stretch while I'm at it. Okay, first off, I'm not even letting her finish this testimony right now because I'm just gonna say it. How did she know it was a clock? Doing good, doing good, I'll move now, not super settled in, but that's just because I got boxes of stuff that got nowhere to be put, LMAO. Yeah, that's... the settling in part is always... what's the word I'm looking for? A headache, hassle. It's a whole lot of things, but at least the big moving stuff is done now. And hopefully you'll have time to get all settled in and everything soon. Or at least time to rest after the, you know, whole ordeal that is moving on its own. Oh shit, she just exposed herself. Not literally yet, but at this point I wouldn't be surprised if she tried it. Yeah, me neither. I mean, it's hard to see because the text box is very opaque. But if I make the transparency high, you can see it a little bit better that she has she breasts very boobily. Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you?
I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination.
I did see everything I did, blah, blah, blah. Yes, but for a whole other reason. That clock. Miss Thing? Miss New Booby? Yes, but for a whole nother reason. Miss May? What you said just now was quite revealing. Revealing? Ooh, you'd like that, wouldn't you? Naughty Mr. Lawyer. You just said that this statue of the Thinker was a clock. There's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock, too. And he was found guilty of murder.
Order, order.
Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. Did she though? Did she though? Also, what's up, Medi? What's up with the huh? No, it's not. Exactly. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Unless she did it.
Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright.
But questions are all I have, Your Honor! And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Only once, but we don't need to... details. Well, only once. Damn it!
Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness.
Just her calling Phoenix a naughty lawyer caught me off guard. Yeah. Yeah, that's very fair. Whew. That was close. If he stopped me there, the trial would be over. Huh? What? So what happens now? You can continue to breast boobily. It's fine. What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock? What? That's... because I heard it? Yes, I heard it say the time. So you've been to the law offices of Faye & Co.? No. Hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room. From all the way across the street. The law offices of Faye & Co., where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. Across however many lanes of traffic in front of a busy-ass hotel. I call shenanigans. She could easily have heard the clock.
Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied?
No! I will never be satisfied. No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because it couldn't have rung. Your Honor, members of the court, Edgeworth. It is inconceivable that the clock in question rang because it's empty. That clock is missing its clockwork. Just like you said, Nova, not to mention the clock part was taken out.
How could you possibly?
Just take a look at this thinker.
Oh,
See anything interesting, Your Honor?
it is as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this?
It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big fat liar. Fat? Oh, that's the part she gets offended by. Well, Miss May? Excuse me, your name isn't Miss May. Don't you tisk. Huh?
Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright.
He knew the clock was empty. Somehow he knew.
I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction.
But girl, we got the evidence. We have the recording of the phone call where Mia says she took it out.
That's true. That is a possibility.
No, it's not. Shut up.
The clock might have been emptied after she heard it.
No.
And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor.
No.
Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed?
Yes. Yes, I can.
Ho ho.
Why do I keep trying to give Edgeworth the judge's voice?
Impossible, of course.
I have proof.
What?
Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is... Maya's phone. Look at this phone.
That's a very cute cell phone.
Ooh, you have a girly phone. Shut up. Wait, this isn't my phone. Listen. This is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. My fucking god, these bitches gay. Good for them, good for them. You're so right. Also, welcome in. Hope you're having a good night. Feel free to kick back, relax. We're cross-examining a woman who breasts far too boobily for her own good. Hi, I love this game. I do too, it's very enjoyable. I'm guessing that's how you found your way to the cafe. Normally things are a little bit more cafe-like around here. Makes sense. My name is Barista. It's not only my title, it is also my name. But I figure I gotta suit up for the occasion. I am in court now, after all. What's the name of the lady who breasts boobily? April May. Hello, John Barista. You know what? What the hell? Sure.
Order.
The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. Bizarre name? Oh, trust me. The names, it's all downhill from here. Like, they started off, like, this character and one other character that we're gonna meet in this case. April May what? What may she do? At this point, get accused of murder. Because she's been lying her ass off on the witness stand. Yeah, no, the Ace Attorney series is absolutely chock full of punny ass names. Like, especially for like the witnesses and things like that. It's almost ridiculous how it's ridiculous how punny some of these names get. What I do because I made one of my flatmates play this the other day. Sir, I'm gonna need you to chill that face out. I'm too busy admiring the fact April May Cry. Featuring Dante from April May Cry? Since this is like the HD updated re-release and stuff, this isn't as like pixely sprite art kind of stuff. You can see his pupils are just like ever so slightly shaking back and forth. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it.
Good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon.
And Bayonetta from the Bayonetta series. If I could remember any other Bayonetta character names, I would continue the joke, but I don't. And Knuckles. Okay, but what about Game Genie? Gotta say, starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. So you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you then? Game Genie, it's sort of a thing that you could plug into different consoles or just use in ways to activate different cheats for games. Joan, I think that's Bayonetta's girlfriend's name. That sounds right. It starts with, or maybe it's Jean. It starts with a J. Shout out Larry. Yeah, shout out to Larry, Innocent Butts. So you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you then? If you could. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. That's not canon, but she literally went to hell to save her, so... Game Genie is an old-ass cheat device for the SNES and Mega Drive. That's the first time I'm hearing that one. I really only know Game Shark. Yeah, it's similar to that. There's a guy who... I've seen his videos on TikTok, but I don't know if that's where he originally posted them. Where he has multiple copies of Sonic and Knuckles, I think it is, just like stacked on top of each other. He was the Game Genie. And he just keeps going up, and about halfway up the stack, after he's just going, and Knuckles, and Knuckles, and Knuckles, and Knuckles, and Knuckles, there's a Game Genie. So he says that. So in the middle of, and Knuckles, and Knuckles, and Knuckles, and Knuckles, and Game Genie, and Knuckles, and Knuckles, and Knuckles. At this point, look at Bayonetta and Jonah or try it, and you can rip that headcanon from my cold, dead hands. I mean, I don't want to rip anything from anybody's hands, living or dead. Oh geez, that was a big ass hiccup. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Ow. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded. Which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that weapon was a clock? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. Bitch, when? Where? There's only 2 of them in existence. As far as I know, the other one's probably still being holed up in evidence. And this one's about to join it. What store was that again? I go to so many. Girl! She bat a breast boobily into jail. Yeah, basically. I forgot. Wink.
So the witness had seen it before.
One is in jail and the other was given to me. Exactly. Now they're both gonna be put in evidence lockup for fucking ever.
Does the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright?
Yeah? The witness claims she had seen it before. Also, out of curiosity, no backseating? Yeah, I would prefer not to. I should probably put that in the tags or something. Like, it's been a while since I've actually played these myself. But I am pretty familiar with the plot and everything. And, like, I'm not saying I'm freaking genius level and I remember every single dialogue option or whatever, but I've got a pretty good idea of how things is gonna go. Yippee! And thank you to our new follower for entering the cafe. No problem, just wanted to make sure. Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, if this is definitely more what you want to stick around to see, we'll be doing this probably Mondays and Thursdays. Tuesdays, my friend and I, Supernova here, we do a short run through of one of the Monster Prom games. Usually, prom, camp, or con. Just because road trip takes a long time to do. Then Wednesdays, I still have yet to figure out exactly what I'm going to do. It used to be Wonderlands Wednesdays, where I was playing through Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, but I finished up the main story and everything for that yesterday, so now I gotta figure out what to do on Wednesdays now. Yeah, one day we'll play that. Yeah, one day. Maybe I'll just plan to take a day off so I don't have to be anywhere that next day. Trying to get back into streaming, so I'm just replaying Kingdom Hearts 2, LOL. Hey, nothing wrong with that. If that's something you're into. One thing I figure is that no matter how you necessarily want to go about it, as long as you're clearly interested and engaging with what you're doing, that's the most important part, I think. Like, even if you just wanted to play Kingdom Hearts 2 on stream, or any of the Kingdom Hearts games, find it easier to talk over a game that I'm already familiar with to get me back into the swing of things. Exactly. I'm picking up what you're putting down. That's pretty good. So if I'm being honest, I know Wonderlands was probably significantly less entertaining just because I didn't, and still really don't, know a lot of anything about it. So a lot of the game was just me running around shooting things and doing side quests and not doing the main quests. I still had a good time of it though, but I'm certain that for people who wanted to, watch and be entertained by a streamer, it was not, it was probably not fun to watch. Pretty good, pretty good. It's knowing that it's the first world because it's objectively the worst. So what you're saying is, since I've never played any other Borderlands games, I'm off to, like, a bad start? But this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see it. Oh, I was talking about Kingdom Hearts. Oh, okay. Oh, you mean like the Alice in Wonderland stage, right? That's what that one is? Oh, okay. That's pretty funny. No need to apologize. The fact that they're called, like, the same thing, and I'm talking about one thing and shortening it to that, and you're talking about something completely different, that was actually really funny. I mean, my point still stands. I haven't really played any Kingdom Hearts games myself, so... She kingdom on my heart, she border on my lands. I think it was alright. There's something fun about watching someone get distracted by side quests. I mean, I got distracted and picked up another side quest after beating the final boss. So... really want them to bring back Wonderland, but make it the Tim Burton version with the older Alice. That would be a good call for Kingdom Hearts 4. I can see that happening. Me, knowing absolutely nothing about anything. Yeah, that could work! I'm 45 hours into Cyberpunk and I've just been doing side quests. I've heard that game is full of side quests. So, yeah. Alright, given the art style, and it's been a while since we've been to Wonderland. I imagine the whole thing on that would probably have to do with, licenses and likenesses and side quests. I mean, I don't know anything about any of that. I'm replaying Cyberpunk right now too, and damn, are there side quests. Heard that they may be leaning more to live action world, so I'm into that. Probably especially since the technology's gotten better to portray live action, like, people in video game world, so it's not as jarring to see somebody like Captain Jack Sparrow interacting with fucking Goofy. People have been saying they're gonna put Star Wars and Marvel in Kingdom Hearts 4, and I have no idea how to feel about that. I don't either. That sounds like it's just too much. But I wanted anime Anakin to hang out with Goofy. I feel like Marvel would work better because of the whole multiverse thing. Yeah, I could see that all. My take, again, as someone who just doesn't go here, Sora was actually there in Endgame. Yeah, if you freeze frame it right here, you can see his hair spikes, and if you look down, you can see his big ass shoes. I don't know, I think the initial combining of, like, the Disney and Final Fantasy IPs gave them more than enough material and characters and everything to work with, that maybe trying to build even more off of that just by putting in, like, names and worlds for the... like, just for the sake of saying, oh, Goofy's gonna go interact with Anakin Skywalker? Like, I'm sure plenty of people would buy it for just the novelty of that sentence alone. But, like... I don't know. I hear people complain that Kingdom Hearts is already quote-unquote too much as it is. So, like, just adding more universes and characters, it just seems like it would be even more too much. If they try and incorporate all Disney properties, we would end up getting Sora and Family Guy. Holy crap, Lois, this is just like that one time I wielded the Keyblade. Nah. The series has been getting very bloated. Yeah. Clip. I mean, feel free to. I'm not going to stop you. Okay, back to the thinker. It's simple. Even I can agree with that. It's a lot to remember and it's getting a bit out of hand. This clock was never in any store ever. What? A friend of mine made that clock. Yeah, my very close friend, Innocent Butts. Only 2 exist in the world, and the one that isn't here is in police custody. Impossible! Everything is sold in stores. Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Damn! Oh? Excuse is not on sale today? Damn, Phoenix! Sassy as hell! Oh, girl, your bobbies! She's breasting too boobily! What's it to you, porcupine head! That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it and she should die for it. Die!
Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm.
Oh. Silly me. Did I, like, lose it?
Oh no, she's hot. Yeah, she's breasting boobily. She breasted so boobily, she almost completely broke her shirt. Also, if you want to share that on socials or put it in the chat or whatever, feel free to.
I guess I did. Wink.
Scary.
Miss May, let me ask.
Is there a Discord? I do not actually have my own Discord. And I kind of don't plan on it. Usually I just hang out in other people's Discords. Like I said, feel free to, share them on your social medias. You can tag me. I'm on the Twitter and where the skies are blue. Or like I said, you can even just post it in the chat. Whichever. Whatever you want to do. She may be breasting boobily, but I am immune. Ace heart. So, Medi, are you actually the attorney? Because this is Ace Attorney? I'm trapped in Twitter hell. Yeah, same. She may be breasting boobily, but I am not interested in insanity. Also fair.
Miss May, let me ask.
I plead the fifth. Fair enough. I didn't know Phoenix was Ace. Good for him. I mean, it is called the Ace Attorney series. Okay, but game theory. The Ace Attorney does not actually refer to Phoenix. It actually, this is my theory, it refers to Edgeworth. Think about it. At least not that kind of insanity. Yeah.
Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior?
Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because you had heard about it. Yeah, fanfic territory. Love it. The witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock.
She heard?
That is correct, Your Honor. There is no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof.
Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me evidence proving the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock.
Look at this tap. Have a look at this.
Ooh, that?
I found this in Miss May's room.
Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is.
Miss April May? You were tapping the victim, Miss Mia Faye's phone, were you not? I mean, still would. You know what? Good for you. More power to you.
Ugh.
Your Honor, this is irrelevant.
I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap.
This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it's not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone?
Can you prove that? I think not.
Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple.
What?
Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock is... Just listen to the whole fucking message. I present the defendant's cell phone.
Yes, we've seen that.
Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to for me. Again? What's it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue, the Thinker, and it tells you the time. Edgeworth, you're hot, but for fuck's sake, you're being stupid. I don't think he's being stupid. I think he's being deliberately obtuse. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. He's losing his edge. He has to prove his worth. He's losing his edge. Worth. That's how you knew the Thinker was a clock. Am I wrong? Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer.
Witness, answer the question.
Why is he British all of a sudden? I don't know, that's just the voice I landed on for him. It's the same voice I give Liam when we play Monster Prom. Vaguely British and not at all specific to a region. I do not claim Edgeworth, lol. I mean, fair. Listen. In this great state of Japanifornia, where everybody just shows up and shit happens. I don't know what he sounds like. At the same time, I feel like I can give him a Liverpool accent and I will disown his ass. I mean, if I do, I will probably do it entirely unintentionally. So,
Answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May!
Shut up, all of you! What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer! Oh no, she called me my chosen profession. Whatever shall I do? It's no fair. All of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, I'm the bad girl, is it? Is that it? Is that it? That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Aw, we should let her go. No! Now to deal the final blow. I mean, I want to know why. Whether or not we'll actually get an answer. Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question. Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippity tapping irrelevant? Gah, she's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. Didn't she swear on a Bible or something? Not that anybody ever sees in this, so, no. Let's be real, almost anybody who sets foot in this courtroom just lies their ass off. Isn't that how court works? Depending on what kind of court you're going to and, like, how it's being... like, what kind of cases are being, presented, yes. Listen, I don't claim to actually know how the court, the courts and judicial system works. I'm just a barista. I'm not a barrister. They sound close enough, but not quite. Did she swear on, like, Berserk Volume 1 or something? Emphasis on Berserk, am I right? I hardly call that irrelevant. It's close enough.
While this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court?
She's basically the same as Guts. I'll take your word for that. I have never read Berserk.
Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you tapped her phone?
I'd like to see her pull that off. Phoenix, what would you like to see her pull off? They're the same character. Good to know. Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil, evil grin. You were probably thinking, I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you? Damn, she's good. Well, you're not the first man who's thought that. And, of course, I can and will. You can't be serious. No way! Way, I say, way. And I assure you, I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. I'm gonna take you down with the power of my stand. Red, white of Blue Corp. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 o'clock at night. Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy. I know you can read my thoughts, Bart. Room service? Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee, you know, like normal coffee, but cold. Oh, that poor bellboy. Yeah. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts and then you have regular cold coffee. Iced coffee. Who the fuck drinks iced coffee at 9 p.m.? Sociopath. I mean, it's not iced, but I usually drink a coffee during my streams, and it's like 1:30 in the morning right now for me. Think I'm making this up? Ask the bellboy. Wink.
Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder. So where does that leave us?
Yeah, but that's you trying to stay awake for the stream. Yeah, we'll go with that. Nova, please. It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya Fey, commit murder. No! They're gonna let her just walk away! Crime is crime! My brother in rice! There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May down to... Wow. There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow.
Well, does the defense have anything to say?
Well, come on, think of something. I don't know, fuck it. Fuck it, call the bellboy. I would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it. Listen, it's not just me. Phoenix said he was gonna get to this woman's bottom earlier. More like a smell boy. I think you've sunken quite low enough already.
I object to calling the bellboy.
Why? What's your reason?
Because I hold that wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness.
Condition?
If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she is innocent.
Thereby, you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition. Shut up, Edgeworth, I swear to God! Also, fun fact. What? I'd better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. I mean, we got to. My glorious King Miles Edgeworth. I mean, he's not on screen at the moment, but yeah, he's here somewhere. The colors that make up both Phoenix and Edgeworth suits are the same colors as in the bisexual flag. Yes. Yes, they are. Alright, I've got nothing to lose. Except for, well, everything. Fun fact, on my model, mine are of a similar sort. It's hard to see the blue, but the pants are like navy blue. My tie's like a dark kind of blue. This is what my normal outfit looks like. And again, you got the... Too close. Hi. But like my bow tie, my little bow and my glasses. And like my big bow that goes around the back. Yeah, that's the general color scheme. Also, fun fact, I'm not actually... I'm not bi. I identify more with being pan. I just like the colors better. Toho character. Meanwhile, my character is just a PNG of a catboy in a dress shirt. Based. I mean, catboy in a dress shirt sounds pretty based to me. Based on what? Yeah, pretty much all of my models, like the little outfits that I've done up for them, all have this color scheme going for them. Miles Edgeworth is asexual. Yeah, damn it, I didn't mean to hit that one. Yeah, I may, Jesus Christ. I said something like that earlier, game theory, that the real ace attorney that keeps getting mentioned in the series is Edgeworth. That's my ace attorney theory, and I'm sticking to it. Still a lot I need to do. I'm trying to work my way up to a live 2D model and having more outfits. Are you planning on doing that all yourself, or are you planning on hiring somebody to do it? I can work with that. I'm also on the ace spectrum. Yeah, absolutely. Understood. I accept your condition. Hiring somebody, probably. Yeah, that's very fair. But I need to wait for money, lol. Yeah, that's kind of important for these kinds of things. Now, when I say I quote-unquote made my models, I didn't necessarily make them. I just used a whole bunch of the pre-made assets and stuff from Vroid Studio. Used that to put everything together. Yep, exactly. Used a lot of their pre-build things and then just edited the colors on a bunch of stuff. Like all the outfits that I have are pre-builds that mostly I just recolored. Which, hey, gets the job done. Student money comes in September, so probably then. So PNG tubing until then. Oh, even then, though, it's still a start. That's how it all begins. Exactly. I'm happy. I don't necessarily plan on ever getting a new or fancier model or anything like that. I'm quite happy with mine. I'm happy with where I'm at. I mean, it's not the fanciest or anything, but it's me. Fool. You fell right into my trap. Uh-oh. Wait. Better start off with something basic until you decide if you want to upgrade or not. Exactly. Like, whether it's something I want to make the investment for. If that makes sense. Jumping right into the expensive shit is a huge gamble. Oh, absolutely. And, like, you can work your ass off doing all this kind of stuff, but people don't like to always admit it. There is absolutely an element of luck into doing this stuff. Yeah, when I tried starting streaming, I used a PNG and then when I return to streaming, I'll probably be using one for a bit. Mm-hmm.
Very well. Court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand.
I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. Sir, you don't have to hold the tea in here! Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. He's so forgettable, I literally already forgotten what voice I gave him.
That tea set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony.
Very good, sir. Miss May's room service. I am the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. Judge ex-bellboy Yowie. No. I mean, if that's your thing, absolutely. I'm more toxic old man Yowie. I have, Judge and Gant. Maybe some based. Listen, I saw this one fan art that somebody did. I think it might have just been of Von Karma and Gant when they were like 40 years younger. Let me tell you, it was really good. I believe I received a call after 8 p.m. in the evening from our guest, Miss May. It's Cranky and K-Rool. Now that's toxic old man Yowie. Very interesting, looking forward to seeing why. Oh, trust me. It'll take us a while to get there, but when we get there, you'll get it. And if you don't get it, that's perfectly fine too. I'll keep my toxic old man Yowie. Just for clarification, it's not the judge part of the Yowie that's toxic. Godot, right? No, Gant. From the 5th case of this game. Though you could put Godot anywhere and I'd probably be happy with it just because he's there. Hold up. Yes, Damon Gant. We're getting so ahead of ourselves and the bellboy's just standing here with a fucking tea set. Yeah, him. Toxic old man Yowie with him and the judge. I've seen that. Also him and Von Karma. Yeah, exactly. I see it, but Jesus. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 o'clock on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. Yeah, girl, what is up with this pervy-ass face you got going on? Are you looking right at... She's breasting boobily and you're just eating right up. Eating it right up. And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May, herself. How about this, Red, White, and Damon Gant? I've seen that. Yes. I've seen that too, especially some stuff that comes out later in this case. Mm-hmm. Oh, that just makes so much sense. Mm-hmm. That's real? I mean, probably. It's probably slightly less real than White and Grossberg, but it's probably real.
I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
Right. I'm ready. I hope. This is it. Fucking Grossberg? Yeah! Fucking Grossberg! Grossberg is bottom. With his fucking hemorrhoids? I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder somehow, Maya will be finished. Miss May's room service. Okay, I do not give a shit about the hotel. Received a call at 8 p.m. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. Are you sure? The Gay Water Hotel. Yes. Precisely 9 o'clock, then. Precisely, exactly, and most definitely, sir. 9 p.m. How can you be so sure? Miss May was quite insistent that it be brought then. Oh, bellboy, tee-hee, I'd like iced coffee at exactly 9 p.m. Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on her door at the crack of 9 o'clock, sir. Why would she be so particular about the time? And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. Okay. He knocked on her crack. He'd love to knock on her crack. You're sure it was Miss April May herself? Absolutely, sir. Absolutely? Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine. Sir, you're getting less endearing by the second. How come you're so very certain? Well, when I brought room service, sir, she, the guest, sir, favored me with an embrasse, sir. I've never felt the touch of a woman before and she kissed me? Embrasse? Is that French for embrace? It's French for kiss, sir. But not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek. Why would she have done that? Probably to make herself more memorable and so he would fucking come in his pants on the spot. I believe, perhaps, she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never, ever forget, sir. Sounds pretty fishy to me. I've never been kissed by a girl before. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. It's no good. There's nothing there. Is that it? Tisk tisk. Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. I can't let this happen. Can I? No. Wait. Please wait.
Yes, does the defense have something to add?
He's like secretly horny, which is the creepiest kind of horny. Oh, absolutely. Like he has this whole, oh, look at me, I'm a prim and proper, I'm just a bellboy, I do my job perfectly well. But you saw that fucking smarmy ass look on his face in that cut. He was just looking right down her everything. Like it'd be like if I was over here, hey judge, what's up? Damn, Judge, you breasting so boobily today. Awooga. Sorry, Judge, you got a little something over here. Let me get a better look at that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's basically what bro was doing to her. What, you wanna clip me getting all up in the judge's chest? I mean, that was kind of funny. One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough.
Now, Mr. Edgeworth. All right, Mr. Wright. I'll give you one more question. That's all.
Okay. This is really it now. This is my last chance. What do I ask him about? Check-in, room service, or bed making? Well, even if somebody else was there with her or something like that, he would not have remembered because he was too busy popping a boner so hard he probably passed out as soon as she shut the door on him. For your sake, Nova. See, I want to know. She said she checked in like around noon or something like that. Was somebody with her then? That's what I want to know. Tell me about check-in. Tell me about when you checked in, Miss May. When she checked in, not when you checked her out, you fucking perv. Elderly motorboat! You're not wrong, but... Motorboat. BRB adding elderly motorboater to my Twitter bio. Oh, all right, very well, sir. My first thought was that she was a beautiful, beautiful person. With huge tracts of land, right? She's just my type of girl, so it was a disappointment, really. I see. Occupation, elderly motorboater. Elderly motorboater who occasionally streams and makes it about elderly motorboating. Excuse me, what exactly was a disappointment? Well, I am not without charm, sir, but even I'd have little chance with her lover there. She's just my type of girl. She has big bazongas. What did he say? What did you say? Rather, quite. Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Did Miss May check in with another person? Send him to jail. Listen, the bellboy's only crime is being ungodly amounts of horny for a woman who breasted boobily in his direction once. As much, and you know what? I think he'd be really into the handcuffs. So maybe not. This is one of my favorite fucking lines. I object. That was objectionable. The judge is not having it. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Yes, quite. Indeed. It was the, good barrister, Mr. Edgeworth, who... He asked me not to mention it if it wasn't specifically asked, sir. Is that right? Oof! Somebody give me the fucking oof! You fool! I've done it. I've won. Oh, Edgeworth, you hot bastard. Not my glorious king's fault. The chat is divided. Phoenix, you have not won yet. Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man. Correct? Yes, sir. Then when you brought them room service... He's hot, but he's an asshole. Yeah. Yeah, especially at the beginning. He... Character development. He'll get there. Wait, he might be hot because he's an asshole. Yeah, there are plenty of people who are into that. Look, he's hot, but he's a dick. You didn't see that man in the room? He has some good-ass development later. That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. I remember the whole unnecessary feelings moment. Yeah, that comes like next trial, I think. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? Edgeworth with glasses, though. We'll get there eventually, and I will love that day. And who, Mr. Wright, is this other person? Look, he's hot and an asshole. I like hot people who get character development. Oh yeah, then... Yeah. Simple. It was you. It was the man with her, obviously. The man who checked in with Miss May. Oof. Your Honor. As has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone. Yeah, but what if they're hot and don't get positive character development? I mean, that's fine. Some people can be hot and you like them because they're hot, and you can like them just even with all their, you know, less than ideal traits. Then I simp, but not a lot. Fair enough. Yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. Bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup, but it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. Cell Dragon Ball was my bi-awakening, and he was a homicidal bug man. There are worse awakenings, I think. Frankly, that's not a bad one. Like, after a certain point, I get it. Oof! Upstart amateur. One of my friends was Jafar. Yeah. I could also see that. You're either perfect or you're not me. Look, my taste in people is all over the place. Same. These accusations are... Replied to the wrong one. LOL. It happens. Ludicrous.
Enough. My ship sails in the morning. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and the defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. That is all today for the trial of Maya Fey. Court is adjourned.
September 7th, 2:24 p.m. District Court Defense Lobby number 1. He's got to get back to Marine HQ soon to catch pirates. Yes. Mr. Wright! You were amazing in there! Really? I think I might be your newest fan! Oh, I was just doing my job, you know? Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool too. Dude, I love Maya so much. Me too. I want to protect. I want to give her a hug and a head pat and a delicious burger. She reminds me so much of my niece. Like, in terms of general attitude and stuff. Because, yeah. I could... Yeah. I just like her. Simpsons meme Marge holding the potato. I just think she's neat. Huh? That face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips. Attitude and age. Yeah. I get it. It sent shivers up my spine. If you say so. So what happens with me? You go back to jail, you eat jail slop, you stay in your same outfit for like the 3rd day in a row. Do I get to go home now? Well... No, I don't think so. Not yet. Oh, I see. But I got a great lead in today's trial. Lead? That man with Miss May. He's the key. Oh, I get it.
What happened to Miss May after that anyway? I heard they arrested her. Guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed. Yes, sir! I'm going to find out more about this man. Do you think he was the one who... Maybe so. Sis... Don't worry, I'll find him by tomorrow. I promise. Maya, you gotta go to jail until I need you in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. That was the other thing I was gonna talk about. If you get the Marvel universe involved in fucking Kingdom Hearts, by Kingdom Hearts 7, we can see Sora getting defended by Phoenix Wright. I'm counting on you. I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. Now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. Listen, it would be like Project X Zone 2, where Phoenix literally meets Kiryu and Majima and has to defend at least one of them. I think that's how it goes. May testimony added to the court record. The victim dodged an attack, then ran to the right, but she was caught and struck. He defends Majima. Okay, that's what I thought. I knew Majima was there because Majima everywhere, and I was pretty sure he was the one, but I couldn't remember. Okay, but when I said I liked Myers and Amanda the pig said, Desk said, of course you do, and I still don't know what he meant by that. I don't know, maybe he has a... Maybe he knows or suspects you have a preference for, like, sneakier killers. So, or, like, just sneakier characters and stuff in general, so maybe that's why he said that. The Majima Everywhere system. Yeah. It also goes with his current voice actor, Matt Mercer. Matt Mercer everywhere. I don't know how much good this will do me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center, and it's up to me to set her free. To be continued. Yeah, I mean, Matt Mercer's in Dead by Daylight as well. He does the voice lines for Vecna. Okay, but like I said, my taste in people and characters is all over the place and whack. Hey, it happens. My friends forced me to watch Edge Runners the other day, and there was a Matt Mercer jump scare in there, too. Yeah. Yeah. Plus, he's also the voice of, like, Ganondorf in Tears of the Kingdom. And... Hey, quiet! No, no, no. No, no. Shush! Yeah, Mans is just everywhere. Jotaro, it's in Final Fantasy VII, Majima. Like I said, he's Ganondorf. He's Vecna. Like, if there's something you can think of, he's probably in it fucking somewhere. Hell, for all I know, he might be in one of the later games of this. I know Sam Riegel is. Eventually. He actually is, by the way. God damn it! Damn you, Matt Mercer! Kind of miss having the first Yakuza game Majima was voiced by Mark Hamill. Yeah. Didn't Sam Riegel voice Phoenix at some point? Yes, I want to say in the cutscenes for, like, the 5th and 6th games? I think.
because that was when they really moved into the whole 3D stuff, and they had the animated things. That was when they really got into that. And he was Eric Vale in the anime, I believe. That sounds accurate. Okay. Well, on that note, Phoenix Wright with Sanji and Future Trunks. Yeah. Yeah, voice actors are just fucking everywhere. And you know what? Good for them. I hope they get that bread. They deserve that bread. This was very fun, though. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I appreciate you coming on by and hanging out and chatting. And thanks for those clips. I'm gonna be laughing at elderly motorboat for the next, like, a week. So I just looked up what character Matt Mercer voices another hot guy. Which one is it? Let me... Damn it, now I gotta look. Are you fucking kidding me? He voices Nayuta. Why am I not surprised by this? It's all of them, dude. Yeah, you're so right for that. Oh my god, he's SBO Sonic. You know, at this rate, instead of my standard raid message, I might have to just put Matthew Mercer is everywhere. Because that's just what the end of this has devolved into. Not that I'm complaining. I'm enjoying this, but at the same time, god damn it. I'm crying. Also, can I drop a controversial take? Sure? Okay, so you drop that take. I'm gonna find us someone to go raid into. Look, my taste in men is very specific, as in limited, as in I'm 99% attracted to women, and 0.9999999 non-binary, another 0.00000000001% men. Kind of feel like Critical Role has ruined a lot of people's perception on D&D. You know, I can kind of see that. Because for a lot of people, I guess it's been one of the more mainstream, like, ways that they got it. God damn it. That they got introduced to it. So a lot of people, when they think D&D, that's usually the Critical Role people are who/what they think of. And, like, I get it. And I admit, I have not watched any Critical Role anything myself. But, like, people are going in expecting a fantastical campaign with amazing voices and just get annoyed when it isn't like that. Yeah, it's almost like you gotta put in some of the work yourself, too. Not like your DM will just be able to make something absolutely incredible based on whatever tidbits you give them, and, you know, all this epic world building and voice acting. Yeah, it's almost like the people who are doing it are professional voice actors. That's why they're really good at their voices, among other things. And I feel like a lot of like other podcast type things probably don't contribute to that. Like the Adventure Zone probably doesn't. Like a podcast like the Adventure Zone doesn't contribute to that perception as well. Like it's not as, I don't want to say involved, that doesn't sound correct. But like, Adventure Zone really added to that. Yeah. I think it might have been even the first one on that too. Yeah, I mean, I had a friend who they used to listen to the Adventure Zone podcasts to the point of just like utter obsession. And this was like when the first 2 seasons were the only ones that were out, or not seasons, but campaigns rather. And it was to the point that they wanted me so much to watch it, or not watch it, but listen to it rather. And like I listened to the first few episodes of one of them. I was like, okay, yeah, this is fine, but I don't see why you're so obsessed to the point you're literally making one of these characters your fucking personality. And ever since that friendship breakup, I will never be able to bring myself to listen to the first 2 seasons of The Adventure Zone. I've listened to a bunch of the other ones. I liked them well enough because I didn't have somebody who was practically, you know, dick-sucking the McElroys because they loved it so much. I found it enjoyable. Do I know that's not what all D&D campaigns are like? Yes, I've done some IRL ones, I've done some online. Used to love the McElroys, but the fan base got crazy parasocial and weird. Yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that. It's like, they're just a bunch of guys and their dad. It's not that serious. You just roll your dice, you make the numbers number. It's not that serious. Fuck! And like, I can sort of see if that's your first exposure to it, you want it to be that deep. But if it's your first time doing it, ow! Oof! Don't worry, I'm not dead. Quit telling everybody I'm dead! Sometimes I can still hear her voice. Yeah, that's because you've got a VOD pulled up. But yeah, I think it's a bit of a double-edged sword. Because, like, social media and people doing this, you know, I don't want to say monetizing their hobbies, but, like, doing stuff like that, making an entire podcast, video series, whatever, about a more common hobby, it drives people to have such an expectation for something that simply cannot be met without the work getting put in. And people don't want to put in the work. They just want all the big fantasy stuff. I want to be a guy who runs in and, you know, stabs a guy and that's all I do. That's my job. I'm the stab guy. Or I'm the sneaky guy who I pick all the locks and everything just goes my way because I'm stealthy, baby. Like, no. I don't know, maybe it's just because I get way more sucked into the character creation aspect of it, rather than, hi, it's me, John Stabby. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I feel like I'm giving a decidedly hot take for something that I don't actually have enough real-world experience with. Because I have played, like I said, a few D&D campaigns. Not even campaigns. I've done some one-shots. I've tried to be in campaigns with varying levels of success. Campaigns are a lot of effort. Yeah, and it involves just a whole lot of coordination between a whole bunch of, you know, all the players and the DM, and it's a big collaborative effort, and people don't necessarily want to do that. They just want the payout without putting in the effort. Can't escape the curse of only making it to session 1 of a campaign or finishing a one-shot. What I'm running was supposed to do last week, one of the guys I was doing it with went to Italy, so he's not in, lol. I mean, yeah, that would be a good reason for him to not be there. But hopefully things go better for you this week. I really hope they do. And on that note, let's see where we're gonna go now. The thing is, the campaign's a 3-part thing. Like, it'll be done in 3 sessions, kind of thing. Well, is that how it's supposed to be? First and second sessions are 1 sitting. Third campaign, hoo boy. Well, hopefully that who boy isn't too dramatic. Basing off this neat homebrew campaign I found with a cool-ass story. Hell yeah, I love that for you. And hopefully they all enjoy it as well. On that note, I think where we're gonna go... we're gonna go hang out with our friend Jay again. Looks like she's doing some more art tonight. Yes, raid, raid, raid. Yeah, Jay's another fellow Café. What do we say? Our tagline is... It would help if I was typing correctly. That's usually what we say. I usually sprinkle in some emotes of mine. But of course, you don't have to if you do not want to. That's just my little tagline. I think it's cute. But yeah, Jay is also a fellow... Like I said, she has her own cafe. She self-proclaims as a boba-obsessed dragon, so her cafe is boba-themed as opposed to, like, coffee-themed. Which is absolutely fine. She does art, she does interviews, she does all kinds of stuff. Boba Fett, not quite like that. Boba drink. Boba tea. Things like that. But I hope you all get some rest, drink some water, eat some food, do what you gotta do to take care of yourselves, and we will see you next week. No.